This is a presentation on project procurement planning delivered by students of diploma in postgraduate or postgraduate in diploma postgraduate in supply chain management at Uganda Management Institute, and the project members are Kapwa, Shepotivin, Alimo, Nesimali, Lukwago, Batef, Mutesi, and Naevare. The topic is on supply chain implications from supplier financial statements, and our case study is Unilever Uganda Limited. About the company, Unilever Uganda is part of the British Dutch multinational company that deals in consumer goods and foods and beverages and cleaning agents. Next person.
Now on the statement of financial position, it shows the supplier's assets, liabilities, and equity implications. Where there are higher liabilities, there is high risk of insolvency. And where there are low assets, there is limited capacity. And so, the decision is to prefer financially stable suppliers with adequate inventory and production equipment because they are more likely to meet the delivery timelines.
For the statement of comprehensive income, this shows us the revenues, the expenses, profits, or losses over a given period of time. The implication is that for profitable suppliers, you have a reliable delivery. And where there are losses, supplier having losses, this shows there is a risk of delays of the supplies. Therefore, we prefer suppliers with stable, increasing profits, and this reflects operational efficiency and likelihood of business continuity.
On Misha, I'm taking us through the statement of cash flows. And we said these are statements that show the cash inflows and outflows of the company. And when there is a positive cash flow, it means the company is generating sufficient cash from its core business activities, which is a good sign for the company, and therefore we have the cash to make orders and then to fulfill, like to pay our suppliers in time. And then when our cash flows are low or when there are negative cash flows, it means we don't have enough cash, and then there will be delayed payments and then disruptions in the supply chain. So therefore, the decision is to choose suppliers with good liquidity, since a supplier with a poor operating cash flow may delay production or delivery due to liquidity issues.
A statement of changes in equity tracks changes in investment and retained earnings, implication that when the suppliers have enough money for reinvestment, it means they have the capacity to supply the goods or the items you have required. 2, high dividends means that since we are dealing with the suppliers who are having much profits, it will mean that there will be no need of money for investment. What does it mean? It means that the decision you can take as we are dealing with suppliers, we prefer those suppliers who are growth focused suppliers, are the ones you can deal with.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm presenting on the statement of financial performance, and this highlights suppliers' competitive standing, share price trends, and market reputation of that supplier. What's the implication of this? The implication of this is a strong financial performance of a supplier lowers the risk of non-performance of the contract awarded to this supplier, and a weak financial performance of a supplier or a bidder hires or has a high risk of failure to perform the obligations in the contract of supply by this supplier. What's the decision to be taken? The decision is to use performance indicators in supplier selection, which can prefer suppliers with strong brand equity and market trust. And poor market performance due to scandals, product recalls, or lawsuits may cause reputational and supply risks to the organization. Thank you.
Then I'll be presenting supply chain strategy implications. Here we are talking about the impact of supply financials on Unilever. We can give an example where Unilever may build a strong relationship with a stable suppliers or stock buffer if a supplier has liquidity issues. Financial data here supports smarter sourcing and contract decisions. Here the supplier may let's give an example, may use the data to know which supplier, if they have enough inventory or they stock more, so that in time of need they don't lose out on the stock, or it doesn't impact their work and the smooth working. Also, another implication we can look at is the supplier selection and development. Unilever may prefer suppliers who meet strict sustainability, quality, and ethical standards. So here the suppliers may need to invest in certifications, quality systems, and responsible sourcing practices to remain in Unilever network, so they can be able to meet the standards of Unilever as a company. Also, maybe we can look at technology adaptation. Supplier may integrate with Unilever's digital platforms for order processing, tracking, or quality reporting, requiring them to invest in compatible systems. That's all I have on supply chain strategy implications.
I'm Tess Olivia. Presenting on the recommendations. Now, as we can see, I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon once again. I'm Tess Olivia, presenting on the recommendations. We can see that regular financial health checks help in one way to show the financial stand of a company, such that a company like Unilever can use such to know which supplier can really be favorable to supply it with the goods needed. Another recommendation is contingency plans for at-risk key suppliers. Then also collaborate to support supplier improvement is also another recommendation for financial statements. And then you align strategy with the supplier financial profiles. Also, in conclusion, we see that
financial statements normally can help a company like Unilever to know which suppliers are stable for it to depend on it to be their suppliers. Just as we can say that supplier financials impact procurement planning, financial analysis supports risk reduction and efficiency. At Unilever, Uganda, such insights drive supply chain success.